homeschooling, trials, temptations, jelly belly jelly beans, all this and so much more on Truth Talks. Welcome to the second ever episode of Truth Talks. I hope you had the opportunity to watch the first Truth Talks, episode 1, that was posted last week. If not, you can just visit the YouTube channel home, and you can find it right there. There's also a link to it on the Generation T Facebook page, etc., etc. Hope you get an opportunity to watch that one. But we are here for episode 2. I want to start today by asking you 3 questions. I have them right here, and I just want you to think about these and see if you can come up with some answers in your own heart and your own mind, and then think about how you might move forward with the answers. So here they are. Question 1 is this. This morning, when you got up, what was your first interaction like? What was your first interaction like? Who was it with? Who was it with? Was it a good interaction? Was it a bad interaction? If it was a bad interaction, did you make it right? Have you figured that out today from that point on? I know you're interacting with some of your family members a lot, and maybe you started the morning off not so good, or maybe there's another morning you can think of previously that happened that way. Think about that and think about how you're interacting with those that are in your home and those that are close to you. Okay. The next question is this. What has God been teaching you in this time so far? We're a couple weeks into this whole crazy COVID thing. What's God been teaching you? What has He been helping you to learn about yourself or about your family or about your relationships or about who He is? What are you learning? Think about that. And the last question is this. What is one thing that you are thankful for right now? There's a lot of things, as I said last week on Truth Talks, a lot of things to be worried about, a lot of things to be concerned about, a lot of things that are kind of just sort of uncertain, right? So what can you still be in this time? What are some things that you're thankful for? Maybe it's the fact that you're healthy right now, physically. Maybe it's that your family's healthy, or maybe they're not. But maybe you're thankful that God is still protecting your family and keeping you close together. Maybe that you have people you live with. There are many people that are by themselves right now. Maybe that's something to be thankful for. Maybe it's that you still can go to school, although some of you maybe aren't so super excited about that through digital means, right? I don't know what it is for you, but think about that. It is so important that we stay optimistic and encouraged and remember that there is so much that we have to be thankful for, even in a stressful time as this. Last week, we had the opportunity to hang out with Jason Shirios over at one of his job sites and got to experience that all with him. This week, we had the opportunity to spend some time with Mr. and Mrs. Swedberg. Yes, I'm meaning JD and Hannah Swedberg came by the church and got to film a really fun segment of what I call Friend Zone. Take a look at this.
My guess is lemon.
All right. This is round 1. Are you guys ready?
Sure.
Sure.
Let's
okay.
do this.
The bean is in front of you.
I have to find it first.
Find it.
It's over here.
I'll give you guys some time.
This
Okay,
is the real
I
part of the
have it.
competition, is trying to find it in the first place. Are we eating it now?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
They're trying it.
You said this wasn't weird flavors.
I said they were food flavored. This is popcorn.
Whoa, you're supposed to wait until we guess.
Hold on a minute.
Oh.
Hold on. Cut.
Sorry.
All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
You think you know it? All right. 3, 2, 1.
Popcorn.
Bean. Ding!
Yay!
Correct. Very good.
But you cheated, so I get the point.
All right.
No, I was on the answer. You didn't.
Hold on.
Did you actually know it though?
Yes.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna go to round 2.
Cool.
You
Round
guys
2.
ready for this?
So wait to say the answer, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Should we go over the rules again? Ooh. Like, there's a weird aftertaste of, like, just regular corn to it. That's super weird.
All right, try away.
All right, here we go. Where'd it go? There it is.
All right.
This one is very different from popcorn.
It's good.
Do you think you know?
Yeah.
I think so.
Think so? Don't die, JD.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready to guess?
Uh-huh.
In 3, 2, 1.
Watermelon. What'd you say?
Great.
Watermelon is
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Take
good
that.
job.
Woo!
Never mind. I'm mad at this.
Fantastic. All right.
For the next one?
Yep, we're ready for the next one.
Okay. If you don't get this one, I'm gonna be really sad.
Who are you
Whoa.
talking to me, Faith?
Even that is a hint.
All right, round 3. Here we go.
Round
You
3.
can try. Go for the bean.
Can't even find it. Oh, there it is.
All right.
Doesn't it taste like childhood?
I guess so.
I was going to say, I don't know what childhood memory you're thinking of.
Based on what I think it is, I really hope you've continued doing this past childhood, but maybe that means I'm super wrong.
I hope you guys have the same flavor. This would be fun. All right, well, let's see if we can guess. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Root beer?
Oh, that makes more sense. I was going to guess toothpaste, so I'm definitely wrong.
Neither of us are right.
Really?
I thought this would be really easy.
The answer was Tutti Frutti, and it was was actually sort of a bubblegum flavor.
Oh, I taste that now.
okay, now that
Taste
makes
it?
sense,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Toothpaste. I can't.
Toothpaste
I get
flavored
toothpaste,
bubblegum.
Well, like
Kids'
childhood
toothpaste.
kids toothpaste, maybe.
I guess, yeah.
you
I don't know, you said childhood. I was like,
Okay. All right, let's get in the next round. Here we
what
go.
does that mean? Round number 4.
All right.
Who's winning? Are you
Oh,
winning?
man.
No, you're
No,
cheating.
I'm
winning.
losing.
I'm so excited for this one. Here you go.
Uh-oh.
Oh man. All right, it's in front of you. Yes.
Cool, found it. That's half the fun. All right.
Chewing away.
It's not bad.
Well,
It's hard when you don't know the color.
Yep. That's the
I guess
point.
that's the point, isn't it?
Yes,
Also
that's
would have
the
given
point.
it away.
Are you guys ready?
No. What is that? Well, you might win this one too.
I don't know if I have it right, though.
All right, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Lime?
Licorice?
You guys are terrible. Blue raspberry.
That was not blue
That was
raspberry.
not blue raspberry.
Jelly Belly needs to step up their
That's what
standards
it's supposed
because
to be.
It's supposed to be
Nope.
the color, the taste. I think that's it.
Was it
Definitely
blue?
the
that's so
Yeah.
weird.
It was blue.
Okay.
very
It was blue?
Bright
Bright
neon
blue.
blue.
I was picturing
Oh.
it red. Maybe that's because I
funny.
thought it was it.
All right, you guys ready? It's in front of you.
I think so. Here we go.
This is one of my.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, I
man.
got-
You almost lost.
Yes, I got it. Victory. Can I get extra points just for that?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Awesome. All right.
Ew.
I'm pretty confident about this one. Are you confident?
Yeah.
To make you think
Oh,
of
dang it.
spring, or what season does this bring to mind?
Oh no. If he's asking about seasons, then I think I definitely have it wrong.
That was kind of. I feel like that was gonna throw you off more than help you.
All right.
I don't
Thank
think
you.
that's really a
I
hint.
appreciate
You
that.
guys ready for this?
I'm still guessing
Yep.
my original
3,
guess.
2, 1.
Vanilla.
Coconut.
Ooh, those were both close. It was actually toasted marshmallow.
What?
Toasted marshmallow.
That makes sense.
Do you taste it?
I taste it now.
Now you can
Yeah.
think of it. You're like, oh, okay.
I'm telling you, this is
I'm sure it's very hard.
very humbling.
You're like, I thought I knew my Jelly Bellies. All right, next round.
At least we haven't had to do like vomit and stuff.
You ready for this? It's in
Yep.
front of you. It's in front of you on your plate.
Wherever the plate is, there it is. All right.
Ew.
Here we go.
This is disgusting.
It's
Ew.
disgusting. Can I opt out of this round? Is that an
No,
option?
Put it in
doesn't
your
work like
Oh, okay. No, I'm distracted. I got. Oh.
Tell them how it is, Hannah.
Oh. No.
Isn't it gross?
Hold on. Ow, I just bit my cheek.
It tastes like something burnt.
What gets
Interesting.
Burnt? What gets burnt?
Interesting how you say
You're
that.
ready to toast a marshmallow, so it's not that.
I think I know what it is.
You think?
Nope. Second guess. You're wrong.
No.
I'm gonna win this round.
Are you all ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Burnt
Coffee.
popcorn.
It is cappuccino, so I'll give it coffee.
Yes!
Yeah.
Let's go.
4 points, man. JD.
Ha.
Woo! So this is the final leg of our journey here. Now we're gonna have 2 different flavors, as discussed previously. 2 different flavors. You have to guess both flavors. Are you guys ready for that?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. Give them those flavors.
You have to eat them at the same time.
I
Okay.
feel
You
this
can't, like,
is.
do one and then the other.
Dang it.
Yes, you have to put them both in your mouth.
I feel like it's an extra test just to make sure.
This one actually I'm really excited about. I think I would like this.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So are there things that are actually supposed to like go together?
Some of them are.
Some of
Oh,
Some of
Okay.
them are not.
All right, perfect.
Here we go.
I have no idea.
This is gonna
Again,
be a
you can
problem.
guess at least 50%. If you can think you can guess 50%, one half of the combo.
All right.
JD's ready?
Sure.
Hannah, you ready?
I think so.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Strawberry
Lemon?
banana.
You
What
said
was
strawberry
yours,
banana?
Hannah?
Strawberry banana.
And then JD?
My guess was lemon and something else, but I don't know what the
You
other
want
one
to
was.
take a shot at that second one?
Lemon and lime. Why
Oh
not?
boy,
I don't
no,
know.
totally wrong.
Totally wrong.
It was vanilla and orange.
Oh.
Vanilla and orange.
Yep. That's citrus. Close enough. Can I get a quarter points?
I don't think it works
I
that
was
way.
like
Dang it.
nowhere close.
Yeah. So I.
All
win.
right, here we go.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I only have one. Oh, there's the other one. I found it.
You good?
All right, here we go, guys.
I'm super ready.
Both at the same time.
I have no idea.
No? I'm gonna give you guys a little hint. You guys have been struggling. Think tropical.
Think tropical, he says.
Like, you know, Hawaii or the Caribbean or.
Any luck?
That didn't help at all.
Did that help?
I think I know one.
Cool.
Okay, you guys ready to guess?
Yep, I'm so ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Palm
Coconut.
leaves and salt water.
What was yours, Hannah?
I said coconut, and then I don't know what the other one is, but it's fruity. So I'd guess like mango.
So close.
So close. It was coconut and pineapple.
I was close.
Oh. You said
I was
palm
super-
leaves and
Palm leaves and salt water.
Pineapples are plants, and coconuts have liquid in
That is
them.
fantastic. Awesome. All right, we are on to the second to last
Oh my
round.
I was so
Gosh.
close.
You wanna
I was
be
so
first
close.
or this one first?
Yeah.
Really?
I figured you might need some help because, I've been winning all the other rounds.
Yeah,
So,
that's it.
whoa. Please do not make physical contact with the other contestants.
All right, here we go. So this is the second to last round.
Second
Okay.
to last round.
I'm so sorry.
Whoa, what? You're sorry.
so this is gonna taste bad.
The fact that it's not a solid no is really
And
concerning.
there's hesitation.
Are you ready?
The Faith
Sure.
hasn't said anything.
Go for
All
it.
she did was laugh.
Ew.
Oh no. One flavor overpowered the
I
other, so
know.
I can't tell what the other
Oh,
one
yeah.
was.
I'm
I-
only getting one.
Huh.
I need to find it.
I hope this doesn't remind you of childhood. That would be very
What?
sad. I mean, I don't know when these flavors would ever go together, actually. Think you got one of them?
I think I've got at least one of them.
No, I didn't actually
I don't
taste
even know
this.
how to describe the.
I'm trying to remember the other one though.
I would say that one is going to overwhelm the other. That's my guess. Based on the flavor profiles.
Uh-huh.
All right, you guys got it, you think?
I
Gonna
think
guess
so.
those two? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Like,
Cinnamon.
yeah, cinnamon.
No, you
Yo,
can't take my
I was
answer.
gonna say Red Hots,
Ah.
which are cinnamon
Yes, and
flavored.
bubble gum.
I was gonna say something like creamy, like I don't know, toothpaste.
Creamed corn.
No, I don't know. I don't know what the other
I can
flavor
smell the
is.
cinnamon from here. It's crazy. All right, So what was yours, JD?
Mine was cinnamon, and I'm guessing bubblegum, but I only
And then Hannah,
taste.
yours was?
I said cinnamon and toothpaste, but I don't have any idea what the
It was
second one is.
cinnamon
Yes.
and banana.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I
Not
would
good
never
I'm
for
sure the
banana.
banana got pretty much covered up.
Yeah,
by the
it was
cinnamon.
gone. As soon as the cinnamon kicked in, there was nothing else.
All right, this is the final round.
The final
Are you
round.
guys ready?
Yes.
Final round. I'm so ready. I'm trying to. Never mind. It's okay. All right. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah. Ready?
All right.
Here we go.
Ew. 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 Sorry. Have a really
Please
bad
stop
gag
throw up
reflex.
on the table.
These flavors are probably individually bad. Together, I can't imagine.
I think I know what it is.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good because I have no clue. But I'm gonna take a wild guess when the time comes.
Ew.
Think you guys are ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna guess those flavors in 3, 2, 1.
Black licorice and chocolate.
Oh yeah. I was just gonna say gross and nasty, but black licorice definitely fits the profile.
Do you have another one, or what?
No, I have no clue.
And
Black
not
licorice,
either?
I think, is right, but I can't think of the other one.
Okay, so the answer is yep, licorice and black
Nice.
licorice and chocolate pudding. I'm gonna give it to Hannah. for
Yes,
both
the
flavors.
only
deserve that
one.
Woo!
You
The
deserve
grossest
it.
one. I was able to.
Wait for this. All right, you can remove your blindfolds.
All right, I'm ready.
Do you guys want to know the finals? All right,
It's so bright.
here we
It is really bright now.
All right,
Wow.
here we go.
Hi, world. Here we go.
In second place, with 4 points, is Hannah.
Yes.
And the winner of this jelly bean taste test is JD with 6.
You only won-
No,
I can't
5.
even get
5
it all.
points.
5?
I only got
won
5
by
points?
One more.
Oh, that's not
I
even
thought
a
it
big
was such a
lead.
better. Oh,
All right.
wow. I'm kind of ashamed of my victory. If I'm being honest, that was kind of lame. I wish I was a better jelly bean guesser.
It's okay. It's okay. We all wish we were better jelly bean
That's
guessers.
right.
So,
That's true.
to Generation T, is there anything you guys have been just like dying to tell them about life or about just the current circumstances, things you want to say to them to encourage them? Anything at all, JD?
Oh, me first, huh? All right, cool. Well, I'm sure we're all feeling awesome being stuck at home all the time, and we've certainly been feeling that. And we've been hearing often from like our family that we've been able to contact and stuff that we're just looking forward to when all this is finished and we can get back to normal life. And I think that the thing that we've been really holding on to is that all of this weirdness will come to an end, and that in the meantime we just keep being patient, waiting on the Lord, waiting on Jesus, so that we can, just use this time well while we can, and just look forward to when the time comes that we can all be together again.
Awesome. Anything you want to add, Hannah?
Well, mine's like less. I don't know. I just from like a health standpoint, just make sure you guys are washing your hands. Don't touch your face. Even if you're going to the grocery store or like going out with people, your friends, just try to kind of stay within the recommendations they're saying. That's going to help all of this pass faster than if people don't listen. So just stay healthy. And if you guys have any questions, I don't know. I guess you can contact us or Josiah or Faith. But
Absolutely.
we're
Yeah,
excited.
send an email,
We're excited
text
for
them.
the day that we can be back with you here on Wednesdays.
For sure. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, JD and Hannah, for this. We had a great time. Say goodbye to everyone at Generation
Bye.
T.
We'll see you guys
later.
soon.
Bye.
Cut.
I had so much fun filming that with Hannah and JD. I think they did too. I really recommend, if you're bored and trying to figure out things to do with your family, maybe have your mom or dad go and pick up a bag of jelly beans and have a taste test with you and your siblings. See who can get the most right. It's pretty hard. They had quite a hard time with a lot of those flavors and figuring out what they were, but it was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed that with everything there. Let's talk about something that is really true. We are all going through this COVID thing together right now. And I mentioned last week that this is very much of a trial. I mentioned that verse where it talks about an affliction, right? We're experiencing this affliction. And this is very much both an affliction and a trial. In the book of James, James is talking about trials and temptations. And there is a difference between trials and temptations. And we'll see this in just a moment. Trials are things that come from outside, primarily. Trials come and it's things that we maybe can't really even anticipate. But we have to find a way to work through it. And the question always that's asked is, are we going to do it in a godly manner? Are we going to be faithful to God through this trial, or aren't we? Temptation's different. Temptation actually is something that comes from within us. It's something that kind of works up inside of us and forces us to make a decision. Are we going to please God, or are we going to please ourselves? Please our flesh, our earthly desire, or are we going to please God, our Creator? Are we going to please Jesus, our Savior? And that's the question we ask when we're being tempted. So in the book of James, this is what James writes, starting in verse 12. Listen to this. Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, for when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him. Let no one say when he is tempted, I am being tempted by God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, and he himself tempts no one, but each person, listen to this, but each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desire. Then desire, when it is conceived, gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is fully grown, brings forth death. I know that's really big stuff, and maybe that's, wow, a lot to take in right there. The part I want you to really think about is this. But each person, I'm going to read it again, but each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desire. Temptation is something within us. Right now, I think that more than any other time, maybe even your life, you have way too much time on your hands. When people have a lot of time on their hands, they tend to do things that ultimately they would normally not do. They'll watch videos and movies that maybe they shouldn't because they're bored. And they've been hearing things about this video, even though they maybe at one point said, I don't need that. I don't have time for that or whatever. But then, no, I have a lot of time. I'm going to go watch it. Or maybe there's things and temptations that you normally wouldn't have about visiting certain sites on the internet. But now suddenly you have all this time on your hands and way too much time. And you're bored. And that temptation's still there. But now you have more time to think about it and meditate on it and be pressed toward it. Temptation is a very real thing. Now, I want to give a little illustration of this, but actually, more than me, I have my good friend Mike Casson, who put together this really wonderful little video of him and his dog Charlie explaining to you or showing you a little bit about how temptation works. And I want you to see this. Check it out.
This is Chuck. Chuck, say hi to everybody. Now that's Chuck's, actually not Chuck, Nolly. Loves that couch. She's our other dog. Wonder why the chairs are on there. Maybe it's a big temptation for her to go on the couch. Anyways, the chairs are there for a good reason, because we don't want the dogs on the couch. And we're not here, they really don't pay attention too much. They do what they want. So, this is Chuck. Chuck's gonna do a little thing for us right now. Come over here, Chuck. All right, watch this. This is what Chuck can do when Chuck behaves. Chuck, circle. Good boy, sit. Good boy, down. Bang. Oh, good boy. Good boy, Chuck. Chuck, sit. Hey, sit. Stay. Okay, now this is food. Right here. Little thing. Chuck loves these little things. Up, sit. Chuck, stay. Now it's a little test for Chuck. Stay. Sit right here on the floor. Leave it. Okay. There. Chuck loves those treats. Good boy, Chuck. All right, here, come here. One more time. Do a circle. Can you do a circle? One more circle. Oh, good boy. Sit. Chuck, stay. Okay, Chuck obeyed me before because I was present, right? Right. Chuck, leave it. Let's see how Chuck does with this one. Mike's just going to disappear. Let's see how he does. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, so this is the thing about Chuck. Chuck did great. Hey, down, down, stay. Chuck did great. Stay. When I worked with him, okay? First time I did this, Chuck, right here, Chuck, was like all over the place. He didn't listen. He came right away when I had the food on the floor, and he just didn't pay attention. This last time, he actually stayed pretty long before he came on his own, which is my point. Chuck loves his master. He loves to obey his master. He knows that his master, that I guess is me, is a really good friend of his because he's my pal. Chuck is. So it's just like our relationship with God. Chuck, sit. Right? The closer we are to God, the more we're going to want to obey him because we know his love. Just like Chuck loves me. And we're distant from God, Lord, our Savior, we be disobedient and we can't handle the temptation sometimes that's put in front of us. So the closer we are to God, the easier it is to not be tempted because of our relationship with him. And that's what happened here. The second I was gone from Chuck, the second I was gone from him, temptation creeped in and took over. But when we're close and he sees me and he knows me, Chuck handles temptation much better. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the time with Chuck. Chuck, can you sit? Sit. One more time. Chuck, down. Bang. Oh, good boy.
Did you catch that? Do you catch how Charlie was so obedient when Mike was watching him, but then as soon as he left, it totally fell apart, and suddenly the temptation was too much. He couldn't resist the temptation. That's so like us. If nobody's watching, it's so easy to fall into that temptation. So the question is, how do we deal with this? When we're given something that we know is wrong, how do we choose to not go in the direction of that and choose to instead honor God with the decisions we make? There's a wonderful little parable that I had the opportunity to have someone read to me recently, and I'm going to have this fella read it to you as well. Take a listen / watch this little clip of someone reading a wonderful parable about temptation. Hello, friends. So glad you're here to join me as I read to you one of my favorite stories. It's called The Honest Disciple. Let's read it together. Once a rabbi decided to test the honesty of his disciples. So he called them together and posted a question. What would you do if you were walking along and found a purse full of money lying in the road? He asked. I'd return it to its owner, said one disciple. His answer comes so quickly, I must wonder if he really means it, the rabbi thought. I'd keep the money if nobody saw me find it, said another. He has a frank tongue, but a wicked heart, the rabbi told himself. Well, Rabbi, said a third disciple, to be honest, I believe I'd be tempted to keep it. So I would pray to God that he give me the strength to resist such temptation and do the right thing. Aha, thought the rabbi, here is the man I would trust. What a wonderful, wonderful parable. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. The three disciples in that parable had the opportunity to choose whether to steal or whether to do what was right and resist the temptation. But do you see the difference in the first two men to the third? The last man made the decision to ask God for strength. Wow. He made the decision to say, you know what? I within myself am not strong enough for this temptation. God, I want you to give me the strength. I want you to give me the wisdom to know what I need to do to avoid being tempted and avoid doing what you have told me is wrong. This is so important that we grasp that. So last week, I kind of gave you this three-pronged application. Do you remember when I was talking about how to avoid those conflicts with your families? And I said three different things that would really help you do that. The first was get outside. I hope you're doing that, getting outside, enjoying beautiful weather. The next was get away, right? Put yourself in a position where you're not going to say something. Get away. Spend a little bit of time by yourself. Unwind, unpack, so that you can be better suited to handle those conflicts or those situations with your family members. The third was to get real. I said this might be an amazing time to get real with your families, to bring up some things that are really important that you need to talk about. This week, I want to encourage you with 3 applications when it comes to facing temptation and resisting it. The first I have is run away from sin. Too many times we attempt to kind of fight temptation, and we're just gonna overcome it. We're gonna not let it control us. But the problem is we're weak. We're people. We're fleshly. So automatically we're going to be drawn to it, no matter if we want to fight it or not. And as temptation gets stronger, sometimes it's so hard to keep ourselves from resisting it. So what I want to really encourage you to do is run away from it. If it's a physical temptation, whether it be something that you might be drawn to on your computer or your phone or your TV or a person that you're going to be rude to or something like that, run away. Go somewhere else. Kind of like the get away thing, right? Get away from it. Don't even put yourself in a physical, emotional, or mental spot to be tempted. Go away from that. And then once you calm down and maybe that temptation recedes a little bit in your mind and your heart, then you can get back to whatever you were doing. But run away. Go away from it, and don't try to face it head on. It automatically almost always leads to struggle when you try to just kind of work through it that way. The other part of this is run to your Savior. It says in the book of Hebrews that Jesus was tempted in every way, yet he did not sin. Jesus was tempted just like we are. And I think that's so important to realize. As we are tempted and we struggle with that temptation, we can know that Jesus understands it and that Jesus has overcome it. So give it to him, and know that he loves you more than anything, and he wants to see you thrive. He wants to see you overcome those temptations, but in many times it means running away from it and then handing it over to him and saying, God, Jesus, give me the strength. Give me the strength to be able to resist this. I want you to have it. And the last thing is this: run with perseverance. In the book of Hebrews, it says this: let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. And I love this: fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. I think it's so critical, even in a time like this, as we are maybe getting bored or getting really feeling cooped up, just really anxious to get outside and get back to normal life. We can be drawn into sin so much more easily and so much more easily entangled by it. But I really encourage you, continue to persevere, continue to fight the good fight of faith that Jesus has given us, has presented to us, and continue to be faithful to him. And continue to run to him and persevere through this trial. And don't allow temptation to get you down and bring you to a place where you are completely held captive by it. Don't allow that. Jesus desires for us to live lives that bring him honor and glory. He desires us to be people that are set apart for what he has called us to. And that's not only in the rest of life that we've had leading up to now and whatever is going to take place after now, but it's also for the now. It's for where we are right now, going through this very, very weird time, being isolated and quarantined. I really, really pray for all of you, and I pray for myself, and I pray for all of us that we would continue to be faithful. We would continue to be the people that God has called us to be during this time. As I close today, I just want to say very much, I miss you. I miss you a lot, and I miss doing ministry in person with all of you. This has been so difficult being at a distance, but I want you to know I'm thinking about you, I'm praying for you, and I want us to be together real soon. But until that day, may you continue to be faithful to him, to your Lord, and may we just continue to be faithful together. May I leave you with this today. This is sort of a blessing that has been on my heart and something I really want you to hear and I'm encouraged by. And I'll probably use it in the weeks to come as well. And it's this: may God, in his perfect and pure will, provide for and protect you and yours. Take care, everybody. Hey. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching today's Truth Talks video. If you liked it and I want to share it with your friends and parents and other people in your life, feel free to do so. Share the link through social media, Facebook, Instagram, email, whatever you choose to do. I would love you to do that. Also, feel free to subscribe so that you can stay also up to date with bigger things going on here at Southern Lakes Church, from our worship videos to our sermon videos and other update videos. We'd love you to do that. I hope you guys are doing well. Take care. See you real soon.